Boys and girls, congratulations to each and every one of you this morning. You have made it through another month without dying. Fantastic. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, the 1st of October, 2020. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from Lincolnshire at the Chapel Hill Marina, where it's all nice and warm and cosy in here today, I have to say. It's all lovely and warm and cosy in here. Now, I never knew that something so small and what we just took as like a normal thing could kill you. I really didn't. Now, you will remember the lady at school with that disinfected comb. Do you remember her? Combing through your hair, looking for evilness, boys and girls. There's very, very evil. I want a bit of music for this button. Looking for very, very scary. Where's my button? Very, very scary, evil things, boys and girls. There she is. She calls your name. She calls your name, doesn't she? Chris Reardon, please come over. And you go over there, and then she starts on your hair with that metal-smelling, disinfected comb, looking for evilness. Little creatures that bite into your head all day long. Ever wondered where that little itch comes from at the top of your head? Have you ever wondered? Have you ever looked? I bet you're alive with these things in your head. Little nests of insects sitting there, nibbling away at your dead skin. Well, more dangerous than you thought. In the Sun this morning is reporting a schoolgirl died after being savaged by a head lice infestation. Whoever knew that could kill you? It was so severe, it triggered a heart attack, as her parents are charged, and they charged her parents with murder because they didn't look after her properly. This poor girl, she was only 12 years old. 12 years old, from Georgia, developed anemia caused by repeated bites over 3 years. She had these things for 3 years, which led to the fatal cardiac arrest. You would never have dreamed that something like that would kill you, would you? I mean, more of a sort of inconvenience, so to say, wouldn't it? More of an Oh, my chair's not going back. Why is that? Oh, I can't lean. How annoying is that? Oh, well. Her parents have been charged with second-degree murder and second-degree child cruelty over the tragic death. She was so swarmed, apparently, by lice that agents from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation said it was the worst case they'd ever seen. Now, I'm not being funny. I don't know a lot about this sort of thing, but if you really were that badly infested, would other people notice, sort of as you're moving around? I'm not being funny. As you're sort of walking around, and you'd be a small person, you know, some people would look sort of down, wouldn't they? Would someone not notice that you've got them if there were that many of them? You know, when they came to school, I suppose, I actually don't remember anyone having them at school, but I suppose, you know, they looked carefully and then they found them. Now, before it got out of control, and then action would be taken. I think it was some sort of special shampoo or something like that, was it? But if you leave them long enough, can you actually see them kind of moving on your head if there's a lot of them? Scary, isn't it, really? This little girl had not bathed for a week before she was killed and was forced to live in a filthy room with venom swarming over her mattress, stuffed animals and furniture. So, I mean, it wasn't the only thing, obviously. Experts said her condition was so horrific she would have been left living in constant agony. However, her autopsy results are not yet complete. The organisation said medical records show Caitlin died from cardiac arrest with a secondary cause being severe anemia. He said he believed it was repeated bites from the lice which lowered her blood iron levels, which likely caused the anemia and may have triggered the cardiac arrest. I mean, it's just, isn't that horrific? So she was basically eaten alive by head lice. Did you know anyone at school with head lice? we all sort of, you know what it's like when you're children, you all kind of take the mick out of each other. Oh, don't go near her, or don't go near him. He's got head loss. I remember I went to an all-boys school in Fulham, London Oratory I went to. And I'm sure I remember, not so much in my older years, like fifth form, sixth form, fourth form. I think in the first year, we all had to go somewhere and have our hair looked at. it's that old disinfectant comb in it. That's what it is. Oh, well, good morning to you, gang. Poor I feel so sorry for that poor little girl. She's basically neglected, wasn't she? How many times do we see that in the news? Awful. We've just had a super chat come in from Peter Wright. Good morning to you, Peter. And in exchange for your super chat, I'll give you a couple of free raffle tickets. This week's super chat raffle will be taking place on the show today, gang. And our prize is that clock there. It's got a little box. There's lots of bubble wrap to put around it, and it's all waiting to be sent off to the winner of this morning's Super Chat raffle, okay? So let's give Peter a couple of free tickets. You can still get tickets in exchange for your Super Chats, free of charge, of course. All right, 319 and 320 there. Okay? Anyone else who's sending a tip today, you'll get tickets as well, and you'll go in the draw for today until we take it, and then there's a new prize for next week. What would that be? What could it be? What could the matter be? Oh dear, what could the matter be? Something like that. I will reveal it later on. Don't rush me. Don't want to have it all in one go. It'd be like sitting down at dinner and having everything arrive at the same time. How annoying is that? I hate that, don't you? I hate that. Anyway, here we are, up in Lincolnshire once again. Yesterday I spent some of the time cleaning. Well, after the show yesterday I commenced my house cleaning. I usually like to do the house a bit of a clean before I leave, bleaching and hoovering and doing all that. Gary the cat made a visit to me yesterday. There he was outside, a cat that seems to have adopted me. I don't think I'm the only person that he's adopted, though, because I looked at him and he's meowing his head off and he's so friendly. Until he's had something to eat, then he goes. That's it then. He meow, meow, all round your legs. He even gets up on his two back legs now, putting his two paws up your leg like that, gently, you know, demanding attention, which, of course, everyone gives cats, don't they? We all give cats attention. That's just how it is. But, I noticed he's getting a little bit fat. He is. That cat's put on some bleeding weight in a couple of weeks, I'll tell you that now. So I didn't feed him. I've got about 5 packets of cat food in there, specifically for him. I haven't got cat or anything. But that's how it is, you know. I thought he's getting a bit fat. Andy V says, where's my free tickets? You can have free tickets if you want, Andy. Every time someone sends us a super chat, okay? Every time someone sends us a £1 super chat, they get a free raffle ticket. There you go. That's the deal. That's the deal. Take it or leave it. There's no discussion here, mate. It's not like going to buy a house. You know, it's £50,000. I'll give you 45. No, we don't do any of that here. That's the price. End of. You know, no sale, no returns. That's how it is. Tips. £1 tip gets you a free raffle ticket. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peter Wright's there. There he is. He's telling you there, sunshine. All right. Other good news. Look what arrived in the post yesterday. New pens. We've still got blue ones. Don't worry. We got red ones as well now. Metal. Lovely. Look at these. Aren't they lovely? And if you can see that, you can just about see that there, can't you? And it says, these are not available to buy, I'm afraid. It says, oh, where's my glasses? I should know what it says. I sent the bleeding thing off, didn't I? It says, I'm one of Chris Reardon's winners, 2020 United Kingdom Talk.co.uk. All engraved, lovely. These are really nice red ones, this one, okay? We've still got blue ones as well, so you'll be able to win these on the lower bingo games on Sunday. All right, there you go. So we've got red pens now as well, which I'm quite pleased about. They arrived yesterday. What else have happened? I left my house last night about 7 o'clock, about 7:15 last night. Nice and easy coming up here. I had a couple of delays coming up last night, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I haven't got a rush to be somewhere at a time. The only time I need to be somewhere at a time is here with you in the mornings, or at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday and a Sunday night, Or if my nephew and his family require me to be there at a certain time because they're doing that at that time and I fit in with them, you know. That's it, lovely. I haven't got a rush. It's fine. It's fine. So on the M25 was a little bit of a hold-up. A car on fire. I was so excited. So excited, because when you have something happen on the motorway, right, the what are they? The gantry signs. You know, the gantry signs quite far further forward than the incident after it's been there a while. Of course, not straight away because no one knows about it. But after they found something quite far in front of it, the signs tell you there's something wrong, and there it was, lit up like a Christmas tree, vehicle on fire, and then 60. You know. I think I was already doing about 55. I don't go fast on the motorway. Some idiot nearly hit me up the arse last night. Oh yes, he was obviously on his phone or doing something, because I'm in the quiet lane, the slow. Well, it's not really a slow lane, is it? You know what? I'm on the left where I normally am, 55 mile an hour. I've got the auto thing on the thing, so it keeps the same speed, right? And I observed a car coming very quickly behind me. Incidentally, lanes 2 and 3 were not empty, but there was plenty of space on them. And I'm watching this, I thought, he hasn't seen me. And then he got right up to my arse and then suddenly swerved into the hard shoulder, hooting. Why didn't you go round me then? I tell you why he didn't go round me, because he was obviously on his phone or something like that, and he hasn't seen what's in front of him. He must have been on that phone a long time not to be able to see me from right back there. I saw it. Faster and faster he was getting. Well, not faster and faster, but he wasn't slowing down. He obviously hadn't seen me. I thought, shall I put my foot down? I thought, no, I'm not going to put my foot down. You know, it'd be your fault if you hit me up the arse. Outrageous. And then not only did he do that, so he's gone into the hard shoulder, right? And I thought, okay, well, overtake me there. I'm not bothered. I've seen that happen before, many times. But he didn't. He then slams on his brakes in a hard shoulder, comes back behind me, and then goes on the other side, the correct side, to overtake, with his hand on his hooter. All the time. He come up beside me. I could see him at the corner of my eye. A little word of advice. No eye contact. Don't give them eye contact. That is exactly what they want to do, so that they can put 2 fingers up or something like that. No, don't ever look at them. Just carry on doing your speed. I'm not bothering anyone. I bet he was texting someone. He's got to have been texting someone. There we are. Anyway, so that's what happened. And the sign in front of me, vehicle on fire. I was so excited. So excited. So it was 60, and then the next gantry, 50. And it was quite a way ahead, I would say, 2 or 3 miles away ahead. And then I saw them, and we're all slowing down now. I thought, oh, Christ, how long is it? Are we going to stop? We didn't quite stop, but we got close to it. And there they are in the distance. Little blue flashing lights. Oh, we're going to see the car over. Where's the yellow flame? I'm thinking, where's the yellow flame? No yellow flame. I couldn't see a yellow flame. And I got there. Oh, I am disappointed. The fire engines had already put out the fire. I was so disappointed. Is that bad to be disappointed by that? There was no fire whatsoever. All I did see over on the hard shoulder was what looked like a car which had been made out of charcoal. It was quite bad. It was completely black and twisted metal and all that, because cars, when they go up, oh my God, I mean, so dangerous. Fortunately, it doesn't happen very often. I suppose it would have happened more in the past, wouldn't it, when you think about it? You know, old-fashioned cars, when they sort of working out basically how to make a car, really, and little things would come undone and let some petrol out and up it would go, wouldn't it? But you very, very... How many times have you seen a burnt-out car on the road? In my entire life? More than 10? I don't think so. Not even more than 10 times. But there we are. Didn't see anything there. So that was my first hold-up. My next hold-up was in between the M1 and the A1M. There's... if I come from my house, I go from Bracknell, M3, M25, M1, A321, and then A1M. So the A321 is kind of in between the two rows without having to continue to go round on the M25 and come up that way, you see. You go across. And part of that road was closed. So it was about a 10-minute diversion, but that's all right. That's all right. So that was good. And then as I got closer to here, it said the little road that this site is on was closed, which is North 40 Footbank. I always thought it was called North Footy Footbank. No, it's North 40 Footbank. That's where the caravan site is. And it was saying that was closed, but I got to it and it wasn't. So I don't know. Perhaps they were doing some road works or something earlier. It'd be nice if they unbumped the bumpy road, if you see what I mean. But I can't see that ever happening. There's a really, really very badly bumpy road between here. If I come out of here and go left, not going over the bridge, going the other way. It's like that. You don't dare go any faster. 50 mile an hour is probably too fast. And believe me, they come down faster than that sometimes. Usually the lorries, like Asda lorries. Christ knows there must be some people with broken eggs on here. The way those Asda lorries go flying, not really lorries, are they? Little vans go flying over these bumps. Because they dip right down, they go, like that. And you can feel the suspension straining, especially underneath my fat arse. As this car is trying to go along. Anyway, so that's it. Got here, bought my stuff in, had some beans on toast, and then I watched on the telly the programme on Channel 4, which I mentioned to you on yesterday's show about these old grannies who go to the Gambia to get hold of young boys. They really do. Get hold of these young boys up to sort of, generally 30, 35 years old. 25, 20, I kid you not. So I'm watching this with great intrepidation, and in the other phone, I'm thinking, maybe I'll get up, a holiday website and perhaps I'll book someone there myself. Then I realised it was just ladies they were interested in. Very disappointed. Very disappointed, really. But there you go. And I'm watching it, and there's this, the interview, the whole story was absolutely fascinating. There's these dear old bags on there who were 60s, in the 70s. They got these boyfriends, 30, 35 years old, probably younger ones than that as well, 25. And they seem quite happy. And one of them, the actual person, the reporter, I was very disappointed with the reporter, I have to say. I don't know who the blooming hell he thought he was. So he's out there, and he's found one of these lads to interview. It wasn't one of the younger ones. The lad he was interviewing, I would say 35, 38, something like that. And outrageous. He's got this smirk on his face, the reporter, and he's saying, do you actually, I won't be too graphical, do you do it with them? Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's my woman. Of course I do. Oh, you can't really enjoy it, though. And he's got this smirk on his face. I thought, how dare you? How dare you say that about these old ladies? How dare you say that? That smirk on his face. You can't really fancy him, though, can you? He said. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. So I was really disappointed with that reporter, who, I'll be honest with you, wasn't particularly good looking himself. Who does he think he is, saying that about these old dears? They're out there. They got a bit of cash. Let them blooming well do what they want with it. How dare you? Millennial sort. You know the sort. One of those. I could see him judging them. And these fellas were out there, and he was saying, does money ever swap hands? And one of the old dears, she said, well, eventually it does. This lady said, she says you can go out and have 3 or 4 in a night or a day. It's just like going and getting another bag of crisps, isn't it? Whereas I go into the supermarket, I'll have a bag of cheese and onion crisps. They go out and get another bloke 4 or 5 times a day. And he was talking to this older lady, and she said they're very good at talking. She said they're very, very good at talking. Do they ever ask for money? She said no, not directly. What happens is after a while, after you've got all the chat, how beautiful you are and how much they like you and all this business, it usually comes round to, by the way, my mum's in hospital at the moment and I haven't got the money to pay for her, or something like that. It generally comes around to that. But that's the deal. That's the deal. You got the money, you want something, they provide you with a service. End of. End of. And it really annoyed me when he looked down his nose. This bloke looked down, when he interviewed that bloke on there and said that, and I thought, how dare you? Peasant, anyway. Probably a peasant, got no money himself, so he was jealous. Anyway, so do give that a watch on Channel 4 player, you know, the download thing. Sex on the Beach, it's called. It's very funny. And you don't be going on there and thinking, oh, I wonder if we'll see a bit on here. No, you won't see a bit on there. There's internet channels for that if you want to watch that, you know. It's just amazing. A lot of these young lads, they're literally hanging around. Again, he was walking around, and a lot of these young lads, they're hanging around outside bars and clubs, waiting for these old dears. No, they're not waiting to mug them. Not really. No, they're waiting to chat them up and get with them, and perhaps they get some money at the end of it. I don't know. And this bloke saying, don't you think it's degrading for these men and boys to be doing that? Why is it? What, has someone dragged these people kicking and screaming to stand outside pubs and try and pick up these old dears? Has someone done that? No, they haven't. They've chosen to do that, haven't they? It's up to them. How dare you judge them? Oh, he did wind me up, this reporter. Really wound me up. You know, it's like these ladies, like these girls that go out and dance in those, what would you call them, lap dancing clubs. No one has dragged any of these girls kicking and screaming to dance in a lap dancing club. They have seen it as an opportunity to make an awful lot of money, some of them. An awful lot of money. And they've chosen to live there, chosen to work there. They do the job. They get the money. How is that degrading to anyone? You've decided to do that job. And it's the same as these boys hanging around outside the bars in Gambia. They have chosen to do that. They could have gone sweeping streets, or I don't know what other jobs are over there. I have no idea. What's Gambia known for? It's not a fruit. Is it a fruit place where, like, certain of the Caribbean countries, a lot of their trade is bananas, isn't it, for example, or coconuts. I think mangoes, is that right? That's a lot of their trade, isn't it? So I don't know what it is in Gambia, what they're sort of... I don't think I ever saw fruit with Gambia written on it. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But there we are. I do like a mango, don't you? Oh, yes. Aren't they delicious? So sweet. So sweet. I just can't be bothered to chop the things up, you know. I'm likely to buy something that's already chopped up in a little plastic bag, even making the environment even worse now. But there we are. How dare he judge anyone? You know, we'll have another reporter next time. Thank you very much. News on Amazon your Amazon devices. I nearly said it then. I just stopped myself then. Your Amazon devices. I didn't know if you know this. Do you know you can have it chime every hour or every 15 minutes? Yes, you can. You can have your Amazon chime every 15 minutes. It's called, if I remember, I should have written this down actually. It's called, I think it's called Audible Clock. Hang on a minute. And there's not just one. There's so many to choose from. You need to enable the skill. Those of you with Amazon devices. Right, hang on a minute. Hang on. Just a minute. Skills and games. Let me just see the last one I looked at. Will that show me that? Or I think it's Audible Clock. There we go. Yes, there we go. If you go on your there we are. Look. Can you see that there? You can just about see that, can't you? And just hold it in a way you can see it. There you go. So Audible Clock. So if you search for Audible Clock and you need to enable the skill and then you just follow the instructions, you'll get a whole list of different clocks that you can have, including the Westminster clock. Big Ben is a chargeable one. Don't have Big Ben. There's plenty of free ones. There's a cuckoo clock. There's Westminster chimes. There's St. Michael chimes. There's I think there's Beethoven or Mozart chimes, and it chimes. And then you enable it, right? I've just put Westminster chimes on my one in the living room. And then it asks you how often you want it. Do you want it every hour, every half hour, or every 15 minutes? Fantastic. And then every 15 minutes you get a little chime. It's just like standing in the streets of London without actually being there and breathing in people's viruses. Isn't it? I love it. So there we are, something you can play there, those of you with your Amazon devices. I bet DJ Chris will have something like that with your DJ Chris. I don't know if you have to set it up on each individual thing. Perhaps you don't want it in your bedroom, for example, but you want it in your living room. Audio clock on the Amazon devices, and get yourself the Westminster chime. Ding, 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 ding. It's a very homely sound, that, isn't it? Ding, ding, ding. I quite like the time signal, really. Bips, but pips are not available. Beep, beep, beep. Pips are not available. So that's that. Now here's an odd thing. You know my water bottles? Oh, where are they now? Oh, there's one here. There's one here. My water bottles that you can win at prizes, yeah? Yeah, my water bottles. Okay, so we've had these for quite some time now, haven't we? Yeah? Now, the story there, when I ordered them, I ordered clear ones with a blue lid, right? And it took them a while to get this right. They sent me various different designs and I wasn't happy and I kept sending them back. And eventually I was happy with what they provided. So there it is. Okay? So then you get this email saying, oh, they'll be with you in 7 days. Right? And on day 6, I think it was, I got this a phone call from them, actually. It was a phone call. Saying, hello, Mr. Ridden. I'm really sorry at the moment. We haven't got these. We've run out of stock of these bottles. Okay. I've got some other ones in. I said, okay, well, what have you got? And he went through the list. He said, I've got to orange ones. I said, okay, I like the sound of the orange ones. Have you got a picture? He said, yeah, I'll send it to you now. And he emailed me the picture straight away. I said, yeah, that's fine. I'll have the orange ones then. Okay, Mr. Reardon, leave that with us. And that happened, right? And I think about 10 days later, a big box arrived at my house of orange water bottles, which was great. Fantastic. Paid the bill. They were a little bit expensive, but that's okay. I knew that at the beginning, so that's fine. Paid the bill and that was it. And then they kept blooming ringing me, trying to sell me other stuff. You know, would you like some pens? Would you like little torches? Would you like this? Oh, okay. No, well, I'll have a think. Well, I'll ring you tomorrow. And it was a bit pushy, at which point their number gets blocked. Okay? I can't bear it. Blocked. Now, people get pushy with me, you know, want this, want that all the blooming time. Oh, can I have this? Can I have that? No, gone. That's it. Blocks. So they can't ring me anymore. Blow me down. Yesterday, I get this email from them. Right? I'll read it to you. One moment, please. Trying to connect you. Right. Okay. Can't find it. Can't find it. Anyway, informing me that my clear bottles are now on the way and should be with me within 1 to 2 days. Here is your tracking number. And I thought, well, that's odd. Anyway, I looked at the invoice. It's for the original bottles. Some idiot hasn't cancelled the original order. And you know how long I've had these now. I've had, what we had those, 2 months? Maybe 3? So obviously they've got another stock of bottles in. Someone's picked up the old order and sent them over. And they're on the way. I mean, how stupid is that? I wouldn't mind, but they're not cheap. You see? If it was the case of like 50, 60, 70 quid, I probably would have said, oh, well, I'll have those as well. They go eventually on prizes. But no, it's not. And believe me, it's not anywhere near that. It's more than double that. More than double that. And I thought, you know, this is a little bit pricey, this is. And I thought, no, I don't want another lot of bottles. Not really. Not at this point, anyway. So I've written back to him and saying you've made some sort of... And well, I rang them up, actually, yesterday. I rang them up and explained on the phone. He said, looks like someone hasn't cancelled the other order. Fine. You know, but that's it. You never know. They might come back to me and say, okay, well, what do you want to pay from? You know, you never know. Because they're not going to be any use to anyone else. They've got my logo on them now. Got my logo. I don't suppose you can remove them. or anything like that. Isn't that strange? How someone get a blooming mistake like that? Or even free? You never know, do you? They might say, "Oh, well, just keep them." I don't think I probably wouldn't just keep them. I think probably I'd say, "Well, no, I'll give you something for them. You know, I'll give you half the money would be fair, wouldn't it? Half the money would be, well, that would still be a little bit much, but that would be worth it. It would actually be worth it, wouldn't it?" Anyway, gang, that's all my personal news this morning. Oh, here's a new product, girls. Here's a new product. Have you got one of those toilet duck things? You know, the little plastic thing, and you put these little circle thing. No, it's not. Is it circles? No, you get it. It's made. It's already made. So you get this plastic like a. It's. You know what it's like. It's like, no, I better not. It's like this thing, and you take the bottom off, and then you touch it on the side of your toilet, and then you push it a bit, and a little thing comes off and puts smelling stuff on the side of the toilet, and it sticks to it. Except it's not always as easy as that. And sometimes I'm pushing this thing, and then you take it off, and half the bleeding tube is left on the side of the toilet. Well, they've got a new type of thing out. Look, they've got these now. Sticky things. Little things, and you open them. I need to do another one now. Oh, I'll make a video of this. There you go. That'll be an enjoyable part of tomorrow's programme, won't it? To see a video of me installing my new smelly thing in the toilet. Isn't that exciting for you? Huh? That'll probably be the highlight of your sad, lonely, pathetic days tomorrow, watching me put a new bit of smelly. And you open this, and there's like a gel thing with a bit of paper round it, and you just put it on the side of your toilet, you know. Oh, Christ, don't worry about rubber gloves, for Christ's sake. Oh, will you be wearing gloves? No, I won't. I'll just wash my hands afterwards. Gloves, something else here, I don't know. Shocking. Right, shall we say hello to some of you this morning? We've got some bad weather coming. Yes. Oh, yes, all the papers to say, here's the sun on it. Storming in, UK weather forecast. Storm Alex. Whoosh, whoosh. Storm Alex is set to smash Britain this weekend, bringing flash floods and 65-mile-an-hour gales from gales from northern France. Yes. I shall be going up to the river later and checking its level and having a car full of stuff ready if I have to escape quickly. The UK will be hit with a 900-mile Atlantic torment, it says here, from today to Saturday as we move into a wet and windy October. Yes. There is a yellow warning. Warning! Oh, have I got my warning thing here? Oh, I haven't got my warning thing here. Oh, no. We haven't got my alarm. There's still some jingles. I keep forgetting to bring them over. There is a yellow weather warning in place this week, bringing intense wind and rain to part of the UK. It comes as Storm Alex, named by the French Meteorological Service, moves across northern France and into the Channel, bringing potential flooding, large waves and delays to road, rail and air, and ferry transport to southern England. We do like ferry transport, don't we? It's lovely, their little wings running around us in their little outfits, being fairyish. I like that. The Met Office said rain and showers overnight Thursday into Friday, which we've had. Wasn't too bad last night. It was raining a bit on the way up here. I wouldn't say it was absolutely pouring down, though. It will turn heavier and more persistent during Friday morning, as in tomorrow. What is today? Oh, it's Thursday today, is it? Oh, hang on a minute. It was Wednesday. Yeah, no, I'm talking about... It's from now, isn't it? Not from yesterday, it's from now. Rain and showers overnight Thursday into Friday will turn heavier and more persistent during Friday morning, along with a strengthening east to northeasterly wind. So watch out, boys and girls. You don't want to get blown all over the place as usual. I shall be going for my wambling walk a little bit later on. Yeah, even look at me risking it, walking along the river to pick up other people's rubbish. I risk my life to do this, you know. No one cares. There could be a sudden surge along that river and I'd never be seen again, would I? What would you do in the morning? You'd have to find someone else to upset, wouldn't you? Right, let's read some comments. Morning to Daniel Woodhouse. Good morning to Jeff Burley. Morning, Jeff. Morning, sir. Electric, all on. Marvellous. I have coming tomorrow one of those little UPSs, not the ones for the computer, the one for the the router, so that, because obviously that can't go off either, and that's in a completely different place. It was a case of run a mains cable from this socket all the way back to there where there's another socket, or get a smaller UPS. So I've ordered a small UPS on the advice of Paul Adamson, who put me in the right direction. And I've got to measure the electricity here with my new gadget, which I'll do a bit later as well. Hello to Diane Jebb, Jason Hughes. Morning to Michael Pullman. Andy V is in the house. Christina Ewing. Hello, Christina. Nice to see you, my love. Down there in Portsmouth. Andy V. Gary, 2 tickets, Ross. Mr. Ray Reynolds, morning to you. Scrap it, man. There he is. Gary Butler is in the house. He would have dropped the children off at school now. Harry's been upgraded at the Lincoln Football Club. I gather he's been good, so they've, I don't know what you would call it, upgraded? Upgraded, gone up the ladder. He's gone up the ladder, yeah? He's gone up the ladder a bit at the children's sort of amateur football thing at Lincoln City Football Club. So mum and dad are quite proud of that. Good morning to Sherry DMP. Morning, Sherry. We've got a couple of pictures this morning from John Parrish and one from Dylan as well this morning. And we will require this morning 22 likes to see those pictures, please. 22 likes, and I can show you the pictures from John Parrish and Dylan this morning. Okay. Morning to Sherry DMP. Are you still drinking that blackberry milkshake? 3 spoonfuls of sugar, dear. I'm surprised you've got any teeth left, Sherry. Should be walking around here saying, "Huh, how are you today? Oh, I've got no teeth. I'm putting too much sugar in my blackberry stuff." Less sugar, Sherry. Oh, dear. Where are we? Good morning to the delightful John Aitken. Morning to you, Mandy Davenport. Good morning, Mandy. Scrolling. Come on, get all these names in, Chris. Fran Green. Good morning, young, lovely Fran. Hello to you. Morning to Tony King. Hello, Tony. I've actually put that phone behind me here. I don't think it will interfere so much there. Good morning to... Oh, no messages yet. No messages yet. Where are we? Good morning to Stu Art. Good morning, Stu. Morning all. I can hardly believe it's October already. Any BBC radio slots coming this month? Yes. I think they're playing out... I think it's tonight. I think they're playing out something of mine tonight. So that'll be within the William Wright show. I'll put a link up on my Facebook wall. Now, what are they playing? Or was it last night? Oh, I can't remember now. Secrets of a Wedding DJ. I did. You would all already have seen the stuff that they play out on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. I've already done on here, and I send it in as and when I think, oh, that'd be quite good for them, and I send it in, and then they just play it out at their convenience, which I'm very grateful for them doing. You know, I'm very grateful for them doing that. And I think it's Secrets of a Wedding DJ, when I was talking about what we used to get up to when we were DJing at weddings and things like that. It mainly conserves the buffet. All right, thank you for asking, Stu. Let's just go down quickly here. Good morning to Rachel Wheatland. Morning to you. Hello, young Rachel. Gary Ross, a few times I've been in the fast lane doing the maximum 70 mile an hour. An idiot's tailgate flashing. There's lights. Me go faster. I just slow down. Well, a bit dangerous to slow down in that fast lane, to be honest, Gary. Shouldn't be in the fast lane unless you're overtaking people, really. It's not really a slow, medium and fast lane, is it? That is the lane. The lane everyone should be driving on is on the left, and it's supposed to use the other 2 lanes to overtake slower moving vehicles. That's what they're there for. It's not really, but most people seem to assume, especially BMW drivers, they're the worst. Absolutely, they're the worst. And those people driving white Sprinter Mercedes vans who think they are the fastest things on the road. Guess what, mate? No, you're not. You might think you are, but you're not. And they seem to think they've got the their own lane over in the right hand side lane there, don't they? But I'm always on the inside lane, you know, always on the inside lane there. Do 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 do. Ah, there we are. That should be back there. We okay? Yes. I'm looking a bit of a funny colour. Well, that was a bit odd. That was very strange, wasn't it? Everything, it just froze the computer for some reason. Not really. Have I had that once before? I think I might have had that once in here before, didn't I? I'm sure I had that once in here before. Never mind. Bum, bum, bum. There we are. That's all with us now, isn't it? Yes. Now, interestingly enough, the broadcast software, which is something called OBS, that did an update this morning. It was asking me to do an update, and indeed I did the update. And possibly that's something that's gone wrong there. No doubt that may well happen again then, if that's the case. Sometimes they do an update and it doesn't work as well as they did, but it was one of those things. Never mind. Anyway, where were we now? Not quite sure how far I got actually with that. I don't know how much of that you heard, what we were talking about, but never mind. Okay, let's do some of these news stories. Poor old Jeremy Corbyn. Oh, they're all going on. Two old duffers from both sides of the fence here, boys and girls. From both sides of the fence. Two old duffers here. First of all, poor old Jeremy Corbyn, bless his heart. I mean, he's 71 years old, for Christ's sake. And the sun are going for him this morning. Ex-Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn tonight apologised for breaching the rule of six. The former Labour leader, he's 71, you know. 71 was photographed looking grumpy at the posh 9-strong bash. There were 9 people. 9 people at this dinner that he went to. Corbyn and fellow guests at the Do in London lost last Saturday now face fines totalling £1,800. Wow. His election slogan as leader of the opposition was "For the many, not the few." Tonight, apologise. So that's him. Okay, that's him. And then on the other side of the coin, on the other side of the bridge, we've got Boris Johnson. Poor old soul. The Prime Minister's father, Stanley Johnson, has said he's extremely sorry after he was pictured shopping without wearing a face covering at apparent breaking of COVID rules. Now, how old is he? He's got to be in his 70s as well. The former Conservative politician was pictured in the Mirror yesterday, browsing the shelves at newsagents in West London on Tuesday. Poor old soul. The picture emerged after fines increased to £200 last week. I'm sure he can afford that, my love. Give him 200 and then give him another 200. There you go. Hold on to that for when I do it again. Poor old Stanley Johnson admitted he may not be 100% up to speed with current rules as he had just returned to England. All I'm saying about that is that poor old souls. Poor old souls. Poor old souls. That's all I'm saying. They clearly don't remember what they're doing half the time, do they? That's why. They're not all there. Come on, in the 70s. In their 70s, they don't know what they're doing anymore, do they? And that's what's gone wrong now, I'm sure. Oh, well, never mind. I wish I knew why that computer crashed then. It literally just froze. I couldn't actually restart it from the computer. I had to force restart it. You know what that is, don't you? Where you push the power button. It's not the worst thing you can do, probably. You know, it's never advised to do this, but sometimes you've got no choice and you push the power button on the computer itself to wait for it to go off and then restart the whole thing as well. Fortunately, it's a refurbished computer. It's been all right, hasn't it? Fortunately, these two computers in here, they've got those solid-state hard drives. They're very quick coming on. Very quick. Very quick. So in the time you saw me freeze, before I noticed it as frozen, I've literally force restarted the computer. It all restarted again, and that's it. That's all I have to do. It's not a power issue or internet or anything like that. Now, What do you think of this as a name for a range of sofas? The Daily Mirror this morning, and they're quite nice sofas, to be honest. They're nice sofas. Here we go. Look, nice sofas. Hang on a minute. Ba 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 da ba. Da, 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 da. There we go. They're quite nice sofas, aren't they? They're all right, aren't they? Do you like those? Nice colour. I think they're material, aren't they? I mean, look like. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh no, Are they corduroyed? Or is that just me zooming in too far? Oh no, I don't think they're corduroyed ones. I hope none of you have got corduroyed sofas or anything like that in your homes. How awful. Anyway, John Lewis is selling a range of sofas they say are perfect for lounging, but shoppers who came across them aren't the best pleased about the name. How could you go and moan about a name for something? Well, don't buy them then. Don't buy them. It says, when we go to IKEA, we expect our furniture to have unusual names like Kallax and Parang. Do we? just a chair. Oh, would you like to look at a sofa? Oh, actually, it's a Kallang. Right, it's not. It's a sofa. Oh, yeah, but we call them Kallang. We call it what you like. It's a bleeding sofa, mate. Show it to me. How much is that? Too dear. Bye-bye. It isn't something we expect from other stores, it says in the Daily Mirror. However, shoppers have recently noticed that John Lewis is stocking a range of sofas with a rather bizarre name, Squish Muffin. Squish Muffin sofas. However, shoppers have recently noticed that this was the case. According to the John Lewis site, the sofas are made by Loaf, a company that also sells Squishmeister sofas and something called a Cuddle Muffin modular sofa. Cuddle Muffin. Well, it's all right if you've got someone to cuddle you, isn't it? Huh? Journalist and broadcaster Kelly Rose talked to Twitter to share her thoughts on the sofas. Oh, how interesting you are, Kelly Rose. So that's the news you've got for us today. Journalist and broadcaster Kelly knows her news was the thoughts on the name of the sofas. Wow. How long you had that job, love? Do you think you'll have it next year? She tweeted, I never thought the day would come when the name of a sofa would want to make me go on a killing spree. What, Squish Muffin? Well, there's something wrong with your head, love. I suggest you seek mental assistance immediately. There's plenty of people out there who can help you, my love. On the NHS probably as well. Go and spend some of their money, my love. Eh? Gotta be a millennial, innit? Below, she shared a screenshot from the John Lewis website showing a mustard-coloured velvet sofa. The product description reads, relaxing across Squish Muffin feels just as you'd expect it to be based on its name. Generous curves, I think one or two of us have got those, feather-filled cushions and raked back create the perfect spot for lounging. Prices start at £1,799 for a two-seater. Gosh. Isn't it funny what people get all uppity about? The name of a sofa, for Christ's sake. Sounds all right to me, doesn't it, Squish Muffin? I quite like that name. I think I might like that as a nickname, Squish Muffin. Eh? It sounds all right, doesn't it? Don't forget, gang, we've got some pictures to show you this morning. We require 22 likes for the pictures today. We've got 16 so far. 2 pictures, as always, from Mr. John Parrish and one from Dylan as well this morning. Christina, you're absolutely right. Squish Muffin sounds like a good name for a bakery. Yes, it does, doesn't it? I like the sound of that. I hope they sell vegan sausage rolls like what they do in Greg's. Yes, please. We like Greg's sausage rolls. There's a hungry cat. Who lives in Eastbourne? Anyone live near Eastbourne? Anyone been down? I did a little bit of DJ now, only for about 6 weeks. And it was on the coast. That's about 15 to 20 years ago now. That was a nice journey down there. Anyway, yeah, there's a big cat. Concerning closed-circuit television images have emerged, appearing to show a big cat roaming free in Eastbourne. The images show what appears to be a large, slender creature. Well, it won't be me then, will it? Presumably Gemma Collins hasn't been to Eastbourne then, I would guess. Do you think she'll ever be slender, Gemma Collins? I can't see it. I can't see it. Can you? I can't see it. The images show what appeared to be a large, slender creature that looks distinctly cat-like, roaming along the street. You know what cats are like? My mate's got this white cat, right? And if the grass is like, not long, but sort of an inch or a half high, it goes out and then lays down in the grass and thinks you can't see it. The only thing is it's white and the grass is green. It's a funny thing, it is. He's got this cat. Cat roaming along the street. They were captured on camera outside the seafront home of a worried lady just before 6 o'clock in the morning. She said, "It's certainly not a dog. I just installed the closed-circuit television and I've got foxes almost every day and it isn't that. There's nothing like the other animals I have seen. It's some sort of wild cat, I think. It's bigger than a Great Dane and dog, and the face is like a cat." And I must say it does. It does. I don't know, really. Does that? I'm not sure that. It looks more like a blooming seal to me. Yeah, I'll see what you think, gang. This is in the Daily Mirror this morning. Does that look like a... That doesn't. It looks more... Doesn't that look like a... I'll zoom in for you. There we are. Looks more like a seal to me. Does it you? Don't look like a cat. I'm sorry, that does not look like a cat. Must have something wrong with her eyes, silly old bag. While Sandy said she's not scared of unknown animal, she does feel sorry as it looked hungry. Well, put some food out then, you tight-fisted old bag. A little bowl of cat food or dog food or something. They all eat the same thing. Hedgehogs, they like cat food. I like hedgehogs. Do you like hedgehogs? They hiss if they get upset. They hiss at you. She said it looks very weak. Well, that's because you haven't fed it, you tight old cow. Feed it. Feed it. Oh, wow. Anyone seen anything walking around like that? Perhaps it's another Yeti. Could it be a Yeti? John Parrish reckons it's a panther. Oh, I don't know about that. And he says seals don't have legs, Chris. Really? Oh, seals don't have legs. Really? We didn't know that. Honestly, is it handy that you just feel it necessary to keep just putting up messages in the entire show without them actually thinking about them? Is that what it is? Is there something wrong with your fingers that you can't keep them still? Have you got restless fingers? Like some people have got restless legs. Tap, 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 tap every 5 minutes. Look at the messages he's putting in. Jesus Christ, on and on and on. Give it a rest, will you? There's other people on here who want to join in. Dear me. I'll have to put you on a timeout soon. Oh, do you want a cup of tea, Andy? I can send you for a cup of tea, dear. Christ. Someone count his messages, please. Gary Ross has got a pizza slice from Greg's on Saturday. The breakfast for champions. Well, what's that got to do with anything we're talking about? What, are you suggesting that you give that to the cat? I don't know who you're talking about there, Brian. Brian's off to Greg's for a sausage roll. He's having a dead animal sausage roll, are you? Oh, what disappointing, love. Very, very disappointing to have a dead animal sausage roll there. Oh, dear. Giant rats. We've got them all on the show today. We've had panthers. We've had head lice. Now we got rats. In the Sun, a mum was left terrified after 5 giant rats invaded a children's playground and one even ran over her foot. Or perhaps it liked you. These people just don't like animals, do they? I don't know what's wrong with some people. I really don't. Nicola Ojibara was visiting the park in Brighton with her daughter when she spotted the rats crawling over picnic benches and scavenging between the swings and slides. Right? She told the Brighton Argus, as in Argus. I took my daughter to the park and she was on the toddler swings, and when she was like, "Look, Mum, there's a rat." I saw one under the bench and I saw another and then another. I saw 5. The 5th one ran over at my foot as I took a picture. It was disgusting. And call yourself an animal lover, I suppose, do you, my love? Poor little rat. Did it bite you? Probably hungry. Give it something to eat then. What's wrong? I felt like I felt like going to hospital and get it tested for the whole lot. Yeah, go and waste their time, darling. It's a lot easier than going home and just having a shower, isn't it, love? Eh? Oh, a rat touched me. I better go and get tested for everything. Go and have a shower. When's the last time you had a shower, my love? Long time ago, was it? I was really freaking out. Oh, Christ. I would be no good on I'm a Celebrity. Well, you wouldn't be on there because you're not a celebrity. You're just writing to a newspaper in the hope that someone makes you one. Not going to happen, love. Sorry. This place is called Saunders Park. It's got a play area, paddling pool, basketball and a football court. The stunned mum took pictures of the rats and contacted the council about the issue. She said I rang them from the park and they were closed and told me that they wouldn't do anything about it till Monday. Oh, that old one. Oh, I'm sorry, we're closed today. Oh, hello, is that a hospital? No, we're closed today. Back open on Monday at 9 o'clock. But I'm... The council says the problem stems from more people spending time in our parks and leaving their rubbish everywhere. Dirty, disgusting people. I bet you do it as well, don't you, my love? Is that something you do, is it? Chuck food and stuff on the floor for pigeons? Just wanted something to eat, that's all. Poor little thing. These people, they call themselves animal lovers, don't they? Make me laugh. Make me laugh, they real do. Peter writes, ordered an 8-pack Greg's sausage rolls, arrived on Iceland delivery in the 8 to 10 delivery slot. Wow, that's really interesting, Peter. Is there any point in me sort of arranging content on this show? Or shall I just pick out random messages and read them out? I mean, am I wasting my time here? Really? You know, came in here last night. And do you know all that was on my mind when I came in here? I must get the show sorted out for tomorrow. That's all that was on my mind. And here you are, talking about your bleeding sausage rolls arriving at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'll carry on for my own benefit. Oh, Brian Fitzpatrick. Now, what's he going on about? He's just thrown a... Lisa Riley. I mean, who's that? Who's Lisa Riley? I mean, who is she? Just like a random message. I don't get it. Subway sandwiches. We're on the subject of food as there's so many large people on here today. Oh, you love the crisps and the sandwiches and the chocolate, don't you, eh? A lot of people on here. Can I just ask any of you, are any of you related to Gary the cat that comes to visit me when I'm at home? Subway sandwiches. Do you like a Subway? I like the smell. Now, someone, who is it doesn't like the smell of Subway? You know, when you go past, there's like a smell that comes out of there, isn't there? And it's not bread. It's not like a bread type smell, is it? To Iceland deliver Subway sandwiches, Peter? Perhaps you could inform us of that. Subway sandwiches are too sugary, it says here. I must admit, I've not really noticed them to be sugary, not bread. I think I've probably had bread in the past which has been sugary, but it's been particularly bread like a sweet bread or something. But it says in the Daily Star, Subway's sandwiches are too sugary to be classed as bread in Ireland. Its Supreme Court has ruled. Judges found products such as the meatball marinara had a sugar content that was 10% the weight of the flour used in the dough. That does seem to be quite a lot, doesn't it? Sugar? Here we are, we'll ask Sherry. No. Sorry, Sherry. We'll ask Mick Davenport. He's head of baking on this channel. He will know. He will know the answer to this question. 10% of the weight of flour is sugar. Is that a lot? Or is that normal? I'm just trying to think. When I had a bread machine, I gave it away in the end to my niece. My God, the weight piles on when you've got a bread machine, doesn't it, eh? Can you get bread machines delivered from Iceland, Peter? Is that something you can get from Iceland, I wonder? Perhaps you could look that up. Give you something to do. What did I don't... No, it was a measuring spoon. I had this... Oh, it was a wonderful bread machine I had. Panasonic. You push a couple of buttons and then hours later you get this... Oh, the smell. It didn't smell anything like a Subway. It smelled like a loaf of bread. Subway. When you go past Subway, it doesn't smell like bread, does it? There must be something they're putting out into the atmosphere to make it that smell, I reckon. But you use the measuring thing and you put so much sugar in. No, it wasn't much at all. Let's see if Mick's replied there. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. Okay. Anyone else? That does seem quite a lot, doesn't it? To put all that sugar in like that. I don't know. Anyway, Subway, it says, Subway sandwiches do not meet the statutory definition of bread under the Value Added Tax Act 1972. This is in Ireland. Ireland. Here you are. Patrick, I know this. Patrick. The decision means the fast food chains franchises can't claim back VAT. Ah, that's what it's all about. It's all about the money, mate. They can't claim back VAT on the heated takeaway snacks. Ireland's legal definition of bread says the weight of ingredients such as sugar, fat and bread improver shall not exceed 2% of the weight of flour in the dough. The panel of 5 judges, oh, I bet they're full of self-importance, aren't they? The panel of 5 judges thus ruled that they cannot be deemed a staple food and attract 0 VAT rates. That's what it's all about, the money. Ireland a bit short of the cash, aren't they, Pat? As the Subway heated sandwich did not contain bread as defined, they could not be said to be food for the purpose of the second schedule of the Act, he held. And on it goes. Can't be classed as bread. I've never really noticed that, really, to be honest, with the with that. Brian Fitzpatrick says Ireland has its lowest corporate tax in Europe. Right. I think I'll just read my stories, darling. It's just very depressing. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's do the super. Shall we do the super chat raffle now? Are you ready for the super chat raffle? Someone is about to win a clock. Yes. Here it is. I've done that yet, have we? Don't want you to wait too long. There we go. Someone is about to win this clock. Now, as you can see, it's ticking away at the moment. Okay? It's ticking away at the moment now. Can you see that second hand? Yes, you can. It's in the... Yeah, watch my face. There it comes. There it comes. Look. Little second hand. Ticking away. Tick, tick, tick. Sadly, when I post this to you, I have to remove the battery. Because we're not allowed to send batteries in the post. Did you know that? I don't know how Gemma Collins gets on with those very large gadgets. Well, I don't think she's got batteries first. She has to plug hers in. They're so big. Oh, there's a picture for your mind, boys and girls. Close your eyes and imagine Gemma Collins with a plug-in toy. Oh. Oh, God. Can you just imagine that? Anyway, here's all our raffle tickets here. Thank you for your kind tips this week, boys and girls. Someone is about to win the clock, aren't you? Let's move this mic down there so you can see everything. All right. She plugs hers in. Look, now you're getting on talking about the European Union. What's that got to do with anything we're talking about here? For Christ's sake. Oh, God. I think we might just leave the chat box for people to chat to each other, and you can contact me by email if you've got anything that's relevant in any way, shape or form to what I'm bleeding well talking about here. Then you can sit there and just row with each other. Just enjoy it and not bother me with your completely irrelevant messages. There we go. Are you ready? Da, 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 da. Have I done it enough yet, do you think? Should I do it a bit more? Who's going to win? Because it's a big prize, this is. Clocks are a big prize. Da, 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 da. It's the Super Chatters Raffle. It's the Super Chatters Raffle. Right. Here we go. Where's my drum roll? One moment, please. Here comes the drum roll. I have a ticket. It's ticket number 303, and it is Weird City Citizen. Weird City Citizen has won the clock. Da 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 da. There you go. Weird City Citizen had won the clock. Well, oh, don't put that back in there, idiot. Yeah, it's in it. 303. Weird City Citizen. Congratulations there. Let me take that little ticket there. Is he here? Yes, he is. Hello. All right. Well done, sir. I've already got a box out there. There's lots of little bubble wrap and paper to put around it. And I would like to put that in a post for you today. Can I do that? Can you let me do that? Can you let me do that? If so, please email me. Now, am I right in saying that you've not won anything before? I don't think you've won anything, have you, before? Have you? Don't know. Anyway, all these raffle tickets, they will go in here. Okay. So, just because you didn't win that doesn't mean you won't win anything with this ticket. That will be for the next Superdraw, which will be on Halloween. Halloween. I've got echo here. Halloween. Halloween. Well, you won't need a mask, will you? Be honest. There you go. All in there. All right. Well done. Well done. There you go. Empty. Look, empty. There we go. Where's that bit of black? Where's my bit of black gone? Oh, there it is. My. Ba 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 ba. Oh, there's a chip in there. Don't tell Adam. He'll go mad. There's a chip in there. Adam had this made for me. Look, can you see what he's got? He's written it on there. Look. Can you see that? Chris Reardon, Super Chatter Raffle, United Kingdom, all engraved. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it? Put that on there. And well done to you. Weird City Citizen. Okay, is it bill time? Oh, Christ, look at him. I'm fed up with you now, Andy. Go and have a cup of tea, love. I'm fed up with you, darling. 5-minute cup of tea for Andy V. Anyone else want a cup of tea? Getting on my bleeding nerves now. Oh, that's strange. Oh, no, there is. I keep thinking it's Friday for some reason. Give us a bit of peace and chat on the bleeding channel for 5 minutes, Andy Drew. Go on. I'll have a cup of tea. You've got 5 minutes. On and on and on. Oh, dear. Right. So that's that. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. What is next week's Super Chatter Raffle prize? Would you like to know? Would you like to know? I'll tell you after this story. It's all happening on the show today. I don't know who's telling the truth there. It's in the Daily Star. This bloke has hit out after a council worker accused him of spitting in the street. Now, I think that's one of the most disgusting things ever. It's bad, and I think it's down to footballers spitting on the pitch. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know why they feel the necessity to do that. When I was playing rugby at school, we never used to spit on the pitch. Why do the footballers think that's an... Oh, that's sad. No, I'm not going to do a sad story. Just a little news flash came in there. We never used to spit on the pitch, even when we were doing cross-country running, which I hated. Oh, how much did we hate that at school? I hated that. We used to go and play school from where I went to school, London Oratory in Fulham. And we used to get the coach to Barn Elms Sports Centre. Okay? And Oh, that's where we did our sports. And if the pitch was waterlogged, we go on a cross-country run. We come out there, run all the way along the Thames, and to Hammersmith Bridge, and then back again. Well, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. But nevertheless, that's how it was. But people never used to spit on the floor. I think it's absolutely disgusting. Anyway, in the Daily Star, a runner says it's been fined £120 for sweating by a COVID officer. What would you do if a COVID officer came up and told you something? He was slapped with a fixed penalty notice while waiting at a traffic light crossing on Tuesday. Hounslow City leader, Councillor Steve Curran, said the environmental officer in Chiswick, West London, had acted under anti-littering regulations. Marks from Aberdeen wrote online, "Is this really what it's come to?" London Mayor Sadiq Khan, "I can't imagine this is how you intended these resources to be deployed. I received a fine from Sadiq Khan's London Borough of Hounslow for doing nothing more than going for a run down Chiswick High Road. I paused at Turnham Green Terrace and went down on my haunches and waited for the traffic lights to turn green. As I did so, naturally, the sweat poured off me and I blew some away from my lip towards the road. This is natural and unavoidable when running." No, it isn't. You blew some sweat away? Why didn't you just do that? No, that don't make sense, mate. I think you're BSing. I think you're bull-essing. I don't believe you. I used to go running. I don't think, did sweat ever run down my face? I'm just trying to remember. I don't think it was. But even if it did, I wouldn't, like, you wouldn't do that, would you? You'd go like that. You would. You spat. You spat and you don't like it because you were caught. That's what's happened there. Don't you reckon? What do you think? I was then accosted by a very young, excited COVID officer. He probably thought he was in with a chance, mate. Who advised me that he had observed a spitting and was very eagerly issuing me with a £120 fixed penalty notice. The university management graduate carried on. You come from university, did you? Oh, isn't that where they teach you can have anything and do anything that you want? Perhaps that's what the problem is there, sunshine. I stood back mostly in shock after receiving the fixed penalty notice from this officer. I observed him repeat his truck twice more. Truck? Oh, trick! Again, another very bad piece of editing in the Daily Star. It says, I observed him repeat his truck. I don't think so. I observed him repeat his trick, it should say. Twice more with passing joggers and cyclists stopping at the lights. Now, you saying that has convinced me that no, you spat. Because people they don't go, like, they don't do that. They will go, or they will go, they won't go, I've never seen that. Never seen that. Needless to say, the fixed penalty notice will not be getting paid, and a complaint has been raised against the individual for their conduct in issuing it. Here we go. The councillor told the Daily Mail online the fixed penalty notice was not given for any COVID offence or sweating, and nor was it issued by a COVID marshal. The notice was issued by an enforcement officer for spitting, which is a littering offence. Good. And make him blooming well pay it. Dirty, disgusting people spitting in the street. That's bad enough. Watching them do it on the football pitch, which I don't watch anyway, because football is a complete and utter waste of time. Spitting on the street is one of the most disgusting things. It really is. Awful. Oh, Christ, Andy V's back. Just calm down with your boring messages, Andy. Amateur wording, that's what it is, Gary Ross. Amateur wording there from the Daily Star there. Daily Star there. Fran Green, she hates spitting. Miners used to do it as well. I mean, there's no need to spit. There's no need to spit at all, is there? I don't do it now. I didn't do it when I was younger. It's disgusting. Now, I've never seen my nephews doing it or my niece. Never seen it. People walk, and you see it. Oh, you've seen them walking down the road. They, oh God. Dirty, disgusting, filthy people. They really are. That is exactly where we used to go running, Brian Fitzpatrick, Putney Towpath, somewhere where I ended up years later. Funny, isn't it, really? Except late at night. Rachel, spitting and also holding your nose and snorting bogies. Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that. People are on the floor. Oh. The mix says, going back to the bread story, there is too much sugar in that flour. He was too busy counting his money. And where's that money come from, Mick? And where's that money come from? Have you just sold something? Or is that another form you filled out, my love? Sherry thinks it's Friday too. Yeah, I really think it's Friday. I don't know why. Perhaps it's the day I've come up here. I don't know. Right, this week's Super Chat raffle prize is, and I'm coy to do this. I don't know whether I wanted to keep it or not, but as you know, I don't like to repeat a backdrop. Okay, if you look through all the shows, and they go back some years now, I've never repeated a backdrop. Once they've gone, that's it. So I've got a little stock that I'm giving away. One of my favourite backdrops, was the balloons. Another one of my favourites was the mushrooms, which I've still got. But we had the balloons up, and they were up for a year. And I like it very much. But I have no use for it now, and it's pointless. It's sitting there. So we're going to give away the balloons backdrop that was up there. This is next week's Super Chat raffle. Okay? This, I have to say, is they're varying different sort of quality. Varying different rates of quality. This one is nice. If you're close to it, I'll tell you exactly as it is, all right? If you're close to it, it actually looks a little bit blurred. Now, which is the one Rachel won? Which one? Rachel, is yours all right up? Or is it does it look slightly blurred? And you have to stand back a bit from it. And then it's not blurred, if you see what I mean. Like, to you, watching now, you see that backdrop there. Doesn't look blurred to you. But if you go right up to it, like even this distance here, it does look slightly blurred. But that's just how they are. Just how they are. Now this, the balloon backdrop, which is this one here, I have to say is one of the higher quality ones. The material is a much higher quality than perhaps this one. It really is. And there's no reason for that. That's just how they come in the post. Thank you, John. I'll just do that in a second. But this is the balloon backdrop. Now, it will not be 100% perfect. Okay. There it is. There will be. Oh, there it is. There's a hole there. There we go. There will be a couple of holes in this. For example, where the clock was fixed to. And some little holes around the edge where it was stapled up. There'll also be some holes in the middle, but they're very difficult to see. There's not a great big hole somewhere. They're very small, and you could always put a picture. But they're the balloons. Is that up the right way? There we go. That's the balloon backdrop. Ain't it lovely? And I'm just going to have a look for holes now for you. Okay, so... Oh, there's one there. Can you see that one there? There's one there. Okay, there's a little one there. But that, when I say a hole, that's what I mean. There's not great gaping blooming holes anywhere. But that's what we're going to do as the Super Chatter prize next week, my darlings. Okay? And I think these... I really like my backdrops. But, you know, it is pointless holding on to them. And as time goes by, they get changed. And... I think it was someone that suggested, can we have one of those in the Super Chat raffle? some time ago. So there we go. So how do you win one of those? Well, you got to send me a tip. Send the cash immediately. Every time someone sends me £1 tip, I will give you a free raffle ticket. You can't say, can I have 2 raffle tickets, please? How much is that? Because they're not for sale. But I will give you a free raffle ticket every time you send me a £1 tip. So, John Parrish has sent me a whole £1. Thank you, John. Last of the big spenders, eh? Oh, dear. A whole £1. Thank you, John. There we go. So you've got the first and only ticket for this, number 321. You don't actually need to know these tickets really, okay? Because I do read your names out. So John Parrish, there you go. John Parrish. There you go, 321, 321. My nephew's wife, they got a little girl, Olivia, who spends all her time laying down because she's severely disabled. And she's got one of my backdrops up there on the wall. You just put them on the wall. Just put them on the wall. Sometimes if they arrive and they've been in the post a bit long, they might have a crease in them, you know, where they've been folded. All you do, put it on the wall, or you can iron it on an iron board, and they come out quite well. All right, so that's the prize this week. Our balloons backdrop. Sherry wants it, does she? Sherry wants it. Here you go. Sherry wants it. You could have that behind you, Sherry, when you're doing your shows, my love. Perhaps you'll cover up that dirty old light switch that John Parrish hasn't cleaned yet, or replace it for a. What's he say? It was an ivory one. We didn't get our 21 likes today, did we? 22 likes we want. 22 likes, and I'll show you 2 pictures from John Parrish and 1 from the delightful Dylan as well. There, okay. Oh, you want to make cushions out of it? Oh, how lovely. How lovely. That sounds quite nice. Cushions on there. Sherry says it matches the colours of her YouTube channel art. Nice. Nice. Good morning to George Bond today. Morning, George. Nice to see you. What do you mean, have I won? No, it's not till next Thursday, John. Good morning to Christopher Williams. Wants to ask about the object above your clock. Is it a Polaroid camera? No, it's a little caravan. It's a little caravan. Can you not see that that's a caravan, Christopher Williams? Have you got something wrong with your screen, dear? Christ, I mean, how can you think that's a Polaroid camera? It's a little caravan. Someone gave me that. So you want to see them, and sometimes I forget to put the light on. They all go mad. That's the sort of life these people live. Ow, the light's not on. Seriously. Last week. In fact, this week I'm going to select a day when not to put the light on, just to upset people. I know, Sherry said, it's not your fault, Sherry, it's him. Sitting there doing nothing all day long, upsetting people on YouTube channels. Get him to change a bleeding switch to a white one. Filthy, dirty switch. It's not your fault, Sherry. You can do no wrong in my eyes, I'm telling you that, my love. Aye. Mick Davenport, I need some rags for when I service the motor. Well, you won't be getting that one, will you? Not unless you send a tip in, mate. Forget it. Waste of time you're making that comment. Stop wearing your fingers out, Mick. Especially at your age, my love. Rheumatism is setting in on the little fingers, dear. Then you won't be able to push that little unhappy face that you keep sending through. The little angry man. Polaroid camera? It's the sort of thing. That's the sort of thing that you'd like Father Christmas to bring you. He'll be around again at Christmas time, Father Christmas, with all your little presents, won't he? Oh yes, there we go. Going around those shopping centres, having little children sit on his knee. God knows how they've been able to get away with that for so many years. It's disgusting. Right. Rotting human foot. Ever seen one of those? Here's a question for you. Have you ever found anything odd on a beach? Been walking along. I take great pleasure walking along the beach at Skegness. usually with my sister and brother-in-law. They're not here this week, so I may even go up there on my own this week. I like that. We usually go up at night time, as you well know, sort of 7 o'clock at night. We'll leave here 7 o'clock, get there about 8. It will be pitch black now. And we go and have some chips. But then it's the walk along the beach. Don't go on the beach, but along the what do you call that? The promenade. Is it the promenade? The concrete bit that goes all the way along. I really enjoy doing that. And you've got the wind of the sea coming in. Oh, it's just beautiful, really. It doesn't matter if it's freezing cold or windy. Irrelevant, really. I like doing that. And sometimes you do come across people with their metal detectors. Beep, 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 beep. They're on the beach there and people just literally looking at the floor. Sadly, a lot of rubbish in the summer. But presumably some people find some interesting things. Most people, I think, probably would be there looking for things of value that they could sell. And I said to you a few weeks ago, this bloke had found some coins and they were worth, I don't know, £20,000, something like that. Now, to me, yeah, okay, I get that, but to me, to actually find coins or something that's 300-400 years old and you've got that thing in your hand that someone had made, that to me is more valuable than the cash that it's probably worth, you know? I'd like to have a few old Roman coins there in the palm of your hand that lots of people from those times gone by had touched and felt and indeed made, probably a little bit faded. How fantastic. And the silver would be silver, wouldn't it? So I suppose it would be worth a little bit of money, you know. But I'd rather hang on to something like that. If you're into pictures and portraits, you know, some people who are into art would like to have the actual Mona Lisa on their wall. But that will never happen because the money people see it as an investment and not a piece of art, do they? Have you ever found anything strange on a beach? And it doesn't have to be anything valuable. Perhaps you found, I don't know, a dead cat, something like that, I don't know. But anyway, in the Daily Star this morning, holidaymakers were left horrified after the rotting remains of half a human foot washed up on a popular tourist beach in Bali. Ever been there? Bali? That's nice, isn't it? The grim discovery was made near Berawa Beach, a trendy hotspot in Canggu, on Monday. Stumped detectives are now probing where the foot washed in from. The severed limb was found by a beachgoer, according to local reports. It's understood that the grisly find was of half a foot with blackened, decaying toes. Any of you got blackened? My toes are very good now. I've got excellent nails now. I've had for years, and I'm now putting it down to the swimming, actually. For years and years, I've had a problem with the fungus growing under the nails. I've had it for years. Years. And it wasn't just one nail. You know, it's several of them. And what happens then, the doctor, actually my special doctor down at the Royal Free, it gives me these tablets. And you've got to take them for 6 months. You take them for a week, then you have 3 weeks off. Then you take them for another week, and then you have 3 weeks off. And you've got to keep that up for 6 months. After which time, this virus stuff, it's like white stuff under your nails. It eventually grows down and down and down. And behind it, you've got good nail. And eventually, while you're cutting your nails, you cut the last bit off and that's it. Now, my toe, would you like to see them at all? Does anyone want to see my toes this morning? Would you like me to see? No? No? Before I started it, my nephew's wife noticed my feet. She said, "What's happened to your feet? They're disgusting." And really, one of the nails had completely disintegrated, almost. It was just yellow and white. Not now, they're not. They're really good. It's just, but I now put it down to the swimming because for 6 months I haven't had the problem and I've barely been swimming. Last week the week before last, I went 5 times in a week because I discovered that the Lido, the open air pool in Woodhall Spa, which is just up the road, Jubilee Park, was open. Sadly, it's closed again now until the weather warms up again, which is built next. I think it's Easter it reopens or something like that. So no more. I don't think I'm going to be able to go swimming now until Easter. I don't even know if the enclosed swimming pools are open. I don't think they are. But even if they are, no, I wouldn't be comfortable going in an enclosed space like that. But they're really good at the moment. But this bloke, they found this foot. North Kuta Sub-Precinct Chief Marcel Donny told Coconuts Barley that it was hard to tell how old the remains are. He said, we're still looking into it. We don't know the cause or who it belongs to. There's possibly that it's old and it's the only part, so we can't be certain yet, and we will take it to the hospital. Excuse me, could you tell me who that belongs to? Is this anyone's foot? Hello? Excuse me? Has anyone lost a foot? Whether or not it's actually a human foot, we are going to confirm it first. Some beachgoers have speculated that the lone limb could be the result of a shark attack. Yes. While others think it was amputated and somehow made its way into the water. The rotting foot has yet to be linked with any missing people. Detective has urged anyone with any information to come forward. What an unusual thing to find. You ever found anything on a beach? Christina, it's so lovely to have you back again, Christina. It's been a while now, darling. She says, I found a kitchen sink on a beach once. Was it like a proper one, or was it as in not plastic? What's that other stuff? Porcelain? Was it a porcelain one or a plastic one, Christina? I bet it was a plastic one. It's obviously floated there, is it? Rachel says, don't go. No, I'm not going any swimming, Rachel. We're back to just walking and cycling, really. Walking and cycling. I was going to go on my bike today, but we've got some bad weather forecast for later, you know. Angie V, Christmas is cancelled. Here we go again. What has that got to do with anything we're talking about, Angie V? Christmas is just a random message. Christmas is cancelled. Father Christmas isn't coming to you because you don't believe in him. Nothing for you this year. Nothing. Good. I'm glad you're getting nothing. Cussing our Santa Claus the other day. Shocking state of affairs you are. Why is your wife even married to you? I don't get it. Can we get plastic sinks? Yes, we can, dear. Who was it who said Father Christmas? Wasn't it you? If it wasn't you, I apologise. You might want to write that down because that don't happen very often. What else have we got here? Christopher Williams, I shall also refer you to a clip on TV Weekly from 1991 which showed a clip of a man on Paper Talk on ITV in 1957 where he said Father Christmas is a menace to minds of children. So you don't like Father Christmas either, no, Christopher Williams? Well, it won't be anything for you either then, will there? Nothing for you? Was it Andy V? Has he answered that question? No, he hasn't answered that, you see. Look, see, he hasn't answered that. He hasn't answered that. He just comes out with random comments that have nothing to do with anything we're talking about. Andy V, she's married to him because she loves you. Oh, that doesn't even exist there. Love doesn't exist. It's all a made-up thing. Love doesn't exist here. You could use, if you win a water bottle, you could do that, couldn't you? You could put a little message in there and throw it out to sea, couldn't you? I wonder where that will end up. That'd be exciting, wouldn't it? Then you'll probably get a little phone call or something. Put your phone number there. Oh, hello? In Nigeria. Yes. Yes. It is great to receive. Can I ask you, my mother is in hospital. She is very ill and she needs money. Phone straight down. Don't entertain that. Well, it's only the kitchen sink. Tony King's going to Skegness next week. So if a drone nearly takes your head off when you're walking near the sea, it will be me. Have you got a drone, have you, Tony? Oh, Tony, what one have you got? Have you got an expensive one? There's no point in buying a cheap one, is there? I'm going to estimate that you've got a drone worth about 500 quid if you're doing it properly. Or if you... I think Jeff's got one as well, actually. Jeff's got one. He took a picture of the top of my caravan the other day, didn't he? Yeah. John Aitken's been to Bali twice. It's beautiful and the people are lovely. Somewhere I haven't been there. Here, Gary Ross, have you got any verrucas on the foot? Well, do you want to have a look? Oh, you can have a look. There you go. Here. Look at my lovely toes now. Just a moment now. How am I going to do this? Because I can't. There's not much room in here. No verrucas, look. No verrucas. And look at my toes. Lovely. Look how lovely they are now. Look. Look. No viruses on them now. Look. Lovely toes I've got now. Verrucas. You can only dream of having such wonderful toes as I've got, Gary Ross. Eh? You see? See how I get down with you all? Huh? Graham Norton wouldn't do anything like this, would he, eh? Oof. I wonder what Graham Norton's toes are like. I don't like to think of that, actually. That dirty little grey beard he's got. It's not nice. Do you shave your toes? Shave your toes? Why would you shave your toes? Oh. Hello to Eric. Hello, Eric. Christ, long time since I've seen you. Good evening, Eric. Nice shirt. Thanks very much, Eric. This is a bit tight down here, to be honest. I'm going to let you into a secret. It's only done up to here. Okay? If I was to get up well, okay, I'll just done it. No. Just, there you go. Okay? That's enough. I can't get it done up. It's painful. Christopher Williams does like Father Christmas, actually. Do you really, my love? I'm not sure he likes you, to be honest, Christopher. Oh, dear. What do we got? Only 3 more stories here. Brooklyn Beckham's been slammed. Oh, the snowflakes are out. The snowflakes are out, everyone. You'll love this one. In the Daily Mail, Brooklyn Beckham has been slammed by a domestic violence charity. Oh, Christ. After a picture was shared on Instagram of him holding his fiancée, Nicola, by the neck. Well, some of these girls like that. And men. I've seen videos. In the snap posted earlier this week, David Beckham's eldest son, who's 21 now, flashed his tattooed arms as he held the actress, 25, by the neck while drinking wine at the dinner. Now, I'm going to show you the picture that... I'll read the story first. Holding her neck while drinking wine at dinner, right? The founder of women's rights organisation, that'd be another left-wing thing, wouldn't it? Said it was disgusted to share online and believes it's a mistake to turn such a serious matter into a joke. Here we go, right, here we go. Right, here's the picture, right. Now, what's that there? Oh, there we go. Here's the picture. Pretty boy David and his very gorgeous looking girlfriend. Sorry, is it me? Or does she not look sad and unhappy about that? Will someone tell me, please? Am I missing something here? That's what they're moaning about. 2 young people going out and having a bit of a laugh. Bleeding left-wing organisations get on my tits, they really do. Apparently, it's a mistake to turn such a serious matter into a joke. These are like some of the TikTok videos that I've done. And people don't see the funny side of it, like the seizure one I did. I did a seizure one. There's 2 particular TikTok videos I did. There was a seizure one, right? It was called the seizure chat. I told you about it the other week, where you had to pretend you were having a seizure. Oh, the comments that got. You wouldn't think it was funny if your mum had this, and all this old business. Right? And then I did Captain Tom. Captain Tom, you remember Captain Tom? Fantastic man. Raised all that money for charity by walking up and down with his walking frame. Which I'm sure gave him great pain and suffering doing that. I'm sure it did. But he raised the money. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a satirical thing on that. And I got basically a clothes horse. And I set up the camera in my garden. And he also released a song, and he's not a good singer. He probably knows that. So I then filmed myself walking with this clothes horse, singing You'll Never Walk Alone out of tune. Oh, they went mad. Captain Tom's a bigger man, better man than you'll ever be. I think you're taking comedy to a wrong level and all this old crap, because they don't get it. It's just a shame that none of these people are intelligent enough to realise it's comedy, but they're not. You see, these are unintelligent people. They say to you, no, oh, you're being horrible and all that, but they don't get satire and they don't get irony. You know, when you're saying or doing something, but you're not actually meaning it. They don't get it anymore. I think we're going backwards here. People are losing intelligence in their heads. They think they're intelligent, but they're not. Anyway, the founder of the women's rights organisation admitted she thinks the picture should be deleted from Instagram and the couple should be forced to publicly apologise. Why, just because you said so? I don't think so, darling. Why don't you mind your own bleeding business and let these young people get on with their lives, having a little bit of a laugh? You're just upset. I bet you're a middle-aged bag who's no one's interested in anymore, aren't you? I bet you are, aren't you, my love? Some middle-aged old bag sitting there. Oh, you can't get any yourself, so you've seen these two beautiful, beautiful young couple having a little bit of a laugh, and you don't like it. Oh, let me write to the paper. Perhaps I can get a little bit of attention to myself. Go away, dear. Reacting to the picture of Brooklyn holding Nicola by the throat, which was posted by the Bates Motel. What's that? This woman said, it's disgusting, and I think with serious matters, no one should allow themselves to make a joke. Get lost, you middle-aged, silly old bag. Leave them alone. And there's another picture here. Now, who's this? Photos in another image. Nicola. Oh, is that Brooklyn's girlfriend? Is that her name? Isn't she pretty? She's very pretty, isn't she? Look. And there they are again. Look, there they are again. Except, this time, she's doing it. Won't have a laugh, will they, these people? Oh, they make me sick. And there he is kissing her, bless her. Oh, they've made a video as well. In a psychedelic video. Kissing and all that, dear, honestly. Oh, sad, lonely people. They really are. Now, let's have a look there. Have I said hello to you? I've said hello to Eric, hasn't he? Yeah, he hasn't been around for a while. Hope you're well there, Eric. Sitting there quietly. Can I just don't say I'm getting an itchy nose. Not too bad this morning. I had a really itchy nose that side yesterday, didn't I? But it's all right now. You like the unbuttoned shirt, do you? No, my stomach will be sticking out of it. Not a nice look, really. Good morning to Mr. Sprinter Van. Morning to you. Hello to you, sir. Nice to have you with us, as always, here. Right, so that's not the only snowflake we've got in today. Amazon. Ready for this one, girls and boys? Amazon in the Daily Mail this morning. Amazon have vowed to remove a hugely distasteful coronavirus Halloween mask. Amazon have vowed to remove a hugely distasteful coronavirus Halloween mask from its UK website as a police chief warned today trick-or-treating and bonfire night would need to be cancelled due to the pandemic, and so it should be. You can't have little people knocking on people's doors this year, and along with their parents, of course, you know, possibly spreading something or getting something themselves. So it should be cancelled. But this isn't really about this. These latex masks, which are being sold for up to 30 quid, I've got to get one. I need one of these. Resemble an illustration of the virus, of the COVID-19 virus, but with haunting eyes and a mouth of jagged teeth. Well, isn't that how you would see something like that in your eyes? You'd hardly see it as a Disney fairy princess, would you? What do you think a COVID virus would look like? Would it look like Tinkerbell? Snow White? No, it will look like something like a devil or something like that, wouldn't it? Apparently, these are being listed on the online marketplace by a number of sellers based in China and are said to be suitable for adults and teenagers. Well, I wouldn't be buying... Oh, well, there's a picture of it there. Oh, I've got to show you this. We need one of these. I've got to get one. One seller wrote in the product description that the masks will leave an amazing and lasting impression. It comes after the worldwide death toll for the virus, and then it goes into the whole thing there. The masks have been branded hugely. I bet they've sold a fortune in these now that they've got mentioned in the paper. Have been branded hugely distasteful by one parenting group. Oh, yeah, that'll be it. A committee. Oh, aren't they lovely? Have you ever been to a parents group? My niece tells me all about them. My niece tells me all about these parents and these mothers, these politically correct mothers that go to their school and collect their children. Or I can't tell you the stories because it might get me into trouble. The masks have been branded hugely distasteful by one parenting group, while Amazon has vowed to remove the listings from the website. You ready? You ready? I want one of these. Who wants one of these? I want one of these. I'm going to go and stand outside a playground. Do you want to see the green one or the red one? There's two. Ready? Oh, that's really distasteful. You can't show that. I wish I'd have seen that earlier. I would have had that as my thumbnail today. And here's the red one. We've got to get these, gang. There's the red one. You can have the red one, or you can have the green. Which one do you want? Green or red? £30. Worth every penny. I think all the parents with a sense of humour should buy one of those and turn up and pick their children up from school in those. Oh, Lord. I'd be more concerned of the fact that they're coming from China and you don't know what's on them. Oh, dear. Let's have a look there. Right, one more story. And then we'll do today's raffle tickets, gang. We've still got a game of bingo to play, haven't we? Daily Mail. A man is fighting to retain his sight after his friend mistook him for a duck and shot him on a hunting trick. Quack. Denise is not with us today. She sends her apologies. This bloke from Russia was hit by a birdshot by his unnamed friend. The victim was making a duck call from behind a bush. Oh, right. Okay, mate. I'll read that bit again for you, shall I? The victim was making a duck call from behind a bush. Okay. Must admit, I haven't tried a duck call. Oh, look, it's Chris Reardon. He hides behind bushes. The victim was making a duck call from behind a bush to attract the birds. Of course you were, mate. We all believe you. All of us. Every single one of us believes you. But his friend fired his gun into his face accidentally. Oh. And there's a picture of him holding a little dead duck. That's upset me. I won't show it to you. They're so proud. They're so proud that they've gone out and shot a duck dead. And then they hold it. It's like those disgusting people who kill lions and tigers, don't they? And then sit there with them proudly. What, you think that's brave, do you? Okay, how about you take the gun away and then have a little fight with a lion? See who comes off worse than you, bleeding things. Oh, there's a picture of him holding a dead duck. It's not necessary, was it? Anyway, it says the gunman has poor eyesight and was hunting without his glasses. An X-ray shows how the other bloke's eyes and face were peppered with birdshot. A criminal case has been opened. We were shocked at how his friend could confuse his head in a camouflage bandana with a bird. Or perhaps he's got a fat bum. Maybe he walks like a duck. Do you know anyone that walks like a duck? Anyone? He's lost an eye. Gosh. One of his eyes was lost, but there's a chance to save the second one. Although it's not 100%. Well, I hope they save the second one. Isn't that... What a terrible mistake to make. Sounds a bit odd to me. Hiding in the bushes, making duck sounds when your mate's trying to shoot them with a gun. That sound a bit odd to you, that? His face, head and neck were badly hit by the lead shot, but surgeons are working first to save one eye. Gosh, it's just awful, isn't it? Really awful, that. Has someone set another super chat in? Hang on a minute. Let me just pop up there a little bit. I must have missed a super chat. I have. Sorry, I apologise, Rachel. I apologise, Rachel. Rachel's just sent in a £5 super chat. Thank you, Rachel. Let me give you 5 raffle tickets for Sherry. 5 raffle tickets for Sherry. Well, you might win this, Sherry, because you're the only one with the names on there now. 5 raffle tickets for Sherry. There you go, darling. Feels like I'm made out of... I'm sorry about that, Rachel. I was doing some stories, weren't I? Sherry. Sherry, baby. Sherry, baby. There you go. There you go, Sherry. 5 raffle tickets for you, darling. All right, my love. Boop, boop. There you go. And that's to win the backdrop this week. Once again, this is the, for those of you that send a super chat this week, the prize this week is our balloons backdrop. It's very big. It's about 7 foot long and about 5 foot drop. Or is it 9? I think it's 91 inches by 71, whatever that is. Okay? That's the size of this. All right? And that's the backdrop. There is a small hole, couple of little very small holes in it, just to warn you. Okay? But you can't really see them. I mean that. And there we are. There we are. The backdrop, and that was what was behind me. I'll try and get a screen grab of when we were using it. It wasn't that long ago, actually, was it? Okay, thanks, Rachel. Thanks, Rachel, for that. All right, there you go. Sherry thanking you and Rachel there. Good, excellent. Michael Lawrence, good morning, Michael Lawrence, just joining us there. Hello, young Michael. Is that everyone there? Good. Righty-ho. Okay, let's do this week's raffle tickets. Or today's raffle tickets, I mean. This is for a fridge magnet. I hope I've got one here. Oh, have I got any here? Oh, I think they're in the bowl. 1 minute. Oh, what's that? That sounds... No. We might not... Oh, there's one. It's okay. Got one here. Okay, for the fridge magnet, boys and girls. All right, if you want the chance to win that, you'll need a raffle ticket. The draw is on Monday. Monday is the draw. So if you'd like one, please say ticket now in the chat box. Okay. Oh, is Maureen with us today? Oh, I haven't looked at this today, have I? See, I've got to put this behind me because unfortunately here, it picks up a thing. We might, it might get let's have a look there. Where are we now? There we are. Good morning, Maureen. Hello, Maureen. All right, darling, Maureen. 480. Maureen. 480 for Maureen. There we go. Write down your numbers because you will need those, okay? You will need the numbers when we do them. Where do we start? John Aitken. 481 for John Aitken. Peter Wright, 482. Jeff, 483. Jason, 484. Fran, 485. Heidi Young, 486. Morning, Heidi. 486. Tony King, 487. Diane Jebb, 488. Diane Jeb, 488. Michael Pullman, 489. Bum bum. Ross Herndon, 490. 490 for young Ross. Mick Davenport, 491. Is that everyone? Rachel, 492. Thank you, Rachel. Shania, morning Shania, 493. Anyone else want a raffle ticket? Please speak now, gang. Meanwhile, let's just do today's birthdays. Happy birthday on this Thursday, the 1st of October, 2022. Silvio Luigi Pelizza. Beautiful name. 35 today. Happy birthday to you, Silvio. Paul Byrne. Morning, Paul. Keith G.J. Hibditch is a young 64 today. Happy birthday, Keith. Paulo Carvalho. I hope I said that all right. 56 today, Paulo. Barbie Leets. Barbie is 51 today. Alex Valencia today is 44 years old today. And Matheus Bunting Day. It's his birthday as well today. So happy birthday to all of you on this Thursday, the 1st of October 2020. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Just another little raffle ticket to give out there to Mr. Christopher Williams, 494. Thanks, Chris. Chris Williams. Have we forgot the photos? Yeah, well, let's do the photos as well then. A couple of photos have... was that Christopher Williams? Anyone else for a thing there? Let's have a look there. Andy... That's everyone for the tickets. We've done all the tickets. Excellent, gang. Excellent. Rachel's very excited because it's Halloween month, isn't it? You must send us some pictures of your Halloween decorations, Rachel. I bet you go way over the top with those, don't you, my love? Eh? Rachel is queen of TikTok on this channel. Here come our photos today, as sent in by you. So thanks very much for those, gang. First of all, from... What's the top of the list? We're scrolling. Dylan, there we go. Dylan says he's found the perfect place for our fridge magnet. There we go. On the wall there. Now, I see. That's a bracket for a computer monitor, isn't it? Nice one. That's where he's stuck his thing. There you go. That decorates that room up all right, doesn't it? By the way, I like the paint on your wall there. Nice colour paint there. Really nice colour paint there. Thank you very much for that. And also 2 pictures sent in by John Parrish as well. There we go. There's a delightful Sherry standing in front of the Eiffel Tower in Paris there, boys and girls. There's a little boat going over. You see that boat behind her there? That actually goes to New York. And they got on there afterwards and took a little trip to New York and back. You know, it's only a little day trip. A couple of hours there and a couple of hours back again. But Paris looking lovely there in the daylight. Beautiful. And the other picture coming up in a moment is the balcony of our room in France, overlooking Fontainebleau, which isn't coming up. I wonder why that is. Just a moment. What have I done there? Oh, I see what I've done. 1 moment, please. Let's just... There we go. There's the other picture. Beautiful. That's the balcony of our room in France, overlooking Fontainebleau. So beautiful there. And after they'd been there, they came out of there and went down to the Eiffel Tower, which you just saw in a previous picture there. Okay, beautiful place, Paris. Anyone been to Paris? Do you like Paris? I like Paris. Oh, Christina's there. You want a raffle ticket, darling? There you go. 495, Christina. 495, ticket number 495 for Miss Christina Ewing. Thank you, darling. Fancy having the same name as that wonderful programme on Dallas. I love it. Alrighty. Okay, that's the main part of the show done, gang. Who's our bingo players today? You got your bingo tickets in the post? Got your bingo tickets in the post there, have you, my loves? Of course you have. Are you ready to play a little game of bingo? Someone's going to win another raffle tickets. Okay, the prize is another chance to win one of our exclusive fridge magnets. Okay? Alrighty, let's bring up the bingo board. Oh, hang on, I had to stop the programme, didn't I, earlier, when we had a little crash. I hope that doesn't happen again. There we go. 1st of October. Have you got that come up there yet? No. Bingo board. There it is. So I shall stand by with this other raffle ticket there. Ticket number 496. Who is going to have that? Eyes down. Here comes your first number. 7 and 5, 75. 7 and 8, 78. 4 and 9, 49. All the sixes, clickety-click, 66. 5 and 3, 53. 4 and 5, 45. 8 and 6, 86. 2 and 4, 24. 1 and 6, sweet 16. 6 and 8, 68. 2 and 8, 28. 1 and 8, 18. 3-0, blind 30. 3 and 1, 31. 3 and 5, 35. All the threes, 33. 6 and 9, 69. Top of the shop, blind 90. 7 and 6, 76, trombones. All on its own, number 7. All on its own, number 5. All on its own, number 3. 8-0, blind 80. All the 7s, 77. 6 and 2, 62. 6 and 7, 67. Boris's Den, number 10. 4 and 8, 48. 2 and 1, 21. All on its own, it's one click, number 6. 8 and 7, 87. 5 and 6, 56. 3 and 4, 34. 7-0, blind 70. 4 and 1, 41. 8 and 2, 82. 1 and 2, 12. 8 and 4, 84. 6-0, blind 60. 7 and 2, 72. 4 and 2, 42. 5 and 4, 54. 6 and 5, 65. 6 and 1, 61. 3 and 6, 36. 2 and 3, 23. 8 and 3, 83. 5 and 2, 52. 4 and 7, 47. 4 and 6, 46. 5-0, blind 50. 2 and 5, 25. 4-0, blind 40. All on its own, little number 1. All the 4s, 44. 7 and 1, 71. 8 and 9, 89. 5 and 7, 57. One little duck, number 2, quack. 7 and 3, 73. 2 and 7, 27. 2 and 6, 26. One fat, untalented Gemma Collins, number 8. 1 and 3, unlucky for some, 13. 6 and 4, 64. All the 5s, 55. 7 and 9, 79. 3 and 8, 38. 8 and 1, 81. 2 and 9, 29. 1 and 5, 15. 6 and 3, 63. 1 and 7, 17. All on its own, little number 4. 4 and 3, 43. 3 and 2, 32. 1 and 9, 19, 19. All the 1s, legs 11. 3 and 9, 39. We have a winner on 39. Let's bring up the bingo clock, and you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to claim your extra raffle tickets. Okay? Who's blocked who here? Who's been blocked? No one's been blocked. Or are you talking about someone else? Who's been blocked now? This year has gone incredibly fast, Rachel. I was talking to my... thank you, Jason. Jason's claimed the clock. Look at that. 15 seconds and he was in there. Well done, Jason. Jason's winning numbers today are 5, 7, 15, 17, 29, 32, last number 39, 43, 50, 56, 65, 70, 79, 83 and 87. Well done, Jason. Let's give you another ticket. 496. Okay, for Jason Hughes. Jason Hughes gets ticket number 496. Well done, young Jason. Peter Wright, just a couple of numbers away there, weren't you, sir? A couple of numbers away from Peter Wright there. Good. Let me just do away that game. Yeah, I wish I knew what happened to the computer earlier. I always, you know, sometimes you get a problem, and I don't mind that so much, really, to be honest, if you know what's caused it, you know. For example, last time we was here, the electric went off, so that's what caused the problem. Months ago, we had problems with the internet. Well, that was caused by 3, so I get that. But when you get a computer problem, it just froze. What caused it? I don't know what to do to stop that happening again. You know what I mean? But it just did upgrade the broadcast program, so possibly it's something to do with that. Anyway, are you going for a sausage roll now, Brian Fitzpatrick? Yum yum yum, yum yum yum. Have a nice vegan one, dear. Have a nice vegan one. Gary Ross is back. Oh, you're lucky, Gary. You're very lucky, darling. Just about to put the book away, dear. If we'd have run the music then, you would have been too late, dear. Shocking. Get little Gary Ross, bless his heart. There we are, Gary Ross. 497 for our friends in Northern Ireland. Thank you very much. What else have we got here? I wanted 2 numbers, but 3 there. Anything else of interest there? No, I can't see anything else there. Okay, there you go. Right, there we are. Well, I think, boys and girls, it's time to go back to our sad, lonely, pathetic lives. I really do. Yeah, it's time to go once again, boys and girls. Thank you very much for joining us on the show today. I shall be back with you tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, 8:45 in the morning. Try not to be late. Tell all your friends. Let's have a let's have a party. Let's have a party here tomorrow morning from 8:45. And by then, hopefully, I will have cut my hair. I will be cutting my hair at some point today. I've got to go on a litter pick. I shall be walking down to Tattersall Bridge and back again. Hopefully it won't rain. And remember, if you've got one of those Amazon Alexas, have a look on the skills for Audible Clock. Audible Clock, and you can set it to chime every 15 minutes. You choose the clock you want, or a cuckoo clock, or a Westminster clock. Don't choose the Big Ben because you'll get charged for that. It tells you anyway. It tells you what's free and what isn't. That's Audible Clock on the Amazon devices. All right. Have a nice day. Thanks so much for watching and listening. I hope you've had a good time. I have. Ta-da.